to Let's Be Honest. I'm your host, Kristen Cavallari, and we have Justin Anderson back with us.
I'm here after my sabbatical. I got put on probation.
You did, but we're happy you're back. I'm wearing the best t-shirt ever. Where do you find your shirts?
Literally Instagram ads. Like this was an ad on Instagram, and I just I buy everything.
The fact that those are the ads you get too is so funny. Like
Instagram knows me so well because all I do is talk about chicken nuggies and ranch, and so they give me this. I have so many nuggie t-shirts and ranch t-shirts. That's embarrassing.
So great. That's so funny. Well, I literally just walked in my door about an hour ago. I was in East Tennessee at this place called Bolt Farm Treehouse. And so Mark and I went and we stayed. And by the way, I'm fucking done calling him Montana. Like, I can't keep it all straight.
God. My God. I couldn't handle that shit anymore.
I couldn't even handle it. I can't keep it straight. So Mark, okay, we stayed in these cool tree houses and we just had such an incredible weekend. You know, when we've been together for 4 months, okay? But I do feel like this past weekend, I fell even more in love with him, which even when you don't think that's possible, those are the best relationships when you keep falling more and more in love with someone.
What happened?
You know what? It's because I have my kids all the time. It's hard for us to have a few days together. So when we have a couple days, just us, and you're in this romantic tree house, and we were literally just hanging out, having sex multiple times a day.
How many times a day?
I mean, 3 or 4.
Oh my God, that's so hot.
I know. We've always been like that. When we can, when we're in Mexico or whatever at a treehouse.
Don't get a UTI.
I haven't with him yet. You know what they say? Have you guys heard this? That when you're with the right person, you will not get UTIs or anything like that.
Really?
Yeah, or a yeast infection or anything. And I haven't had nothing from him.
Which one of your witch doctors told you that?
No, it's a spiritual thing. That's all over fucking TikTok. I saw that on TikTok, by the way. Yeah. But
TikTok is the Bible, by the way.
It is. but for girls, UTIs are so common.
No, it makes so much sense to me. I'm sure that it's also about maybe even trust and being really calm with them, you know?
But if you, in the past, if I didn't go pee after having sex, guaranteed I was getting a UTI.
But wait, not to be too gross, but isn't a UTI a lot of times from dirty? If a guy has dirty hands?
I don't know. I've always thought it was if you didn't go pee after sex, you just got to flush out the bacteria.
But think about this. If a guy who's dirty is fingering you or having sex with you,
that's actually so vile.
But that's what I always thought that it was. I thought it was whether or not
well, it is bacteria, but I don't know.
I think that's what it could be. Okay, so Mark's really clean. We like that. He looks so clean.
So everyone was always he just looks like he smells really good. He does, by the way. It's insane.
Was this trip planned, the treehouse?
Yeah,
you didn't tell me anything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, Kristen, it's kind of weird that we talk every single day. And then yesterday I messaged you about something. You're like, oh, yeah, well, I'm out in East Tennessee. I'm like, excuse me? How'd you get out? Did you just decide at the last second? That was planned? You got to run things by me. That's really weird.
I'm sorry. In the future, I'll send. We need a Google Doc, or share our calendars.
No, or share our location. I've been trying to make Kristen share her location with me for so long. So
sometimes I'll do it just for the day.
I think that every person in life needs to have one person who has their location on. It doesn't have to be me. It should be me, and it will be me if you ever do it. But I think that everybody needs one person who has their location on.
Well, I'll share it with you. That's okay. I trust you enough.
She's not going to, by the way. She's just saying that.
I'll still just do it through the end of the day. No, we planned it a couple months ago, and we just had such a good time. I still, 4 months in, look at him, and I'm like, how do you look like that? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's crazy.
That's not shocking because, he's unbelievably gorgeous.
He really is. But I will say, so this trip was the kickoff to summer for me. Now I can kind of chill. I was grinding. I was trying to do a bunch of podcasts. I was, wrapping up everything with Uncommon James. I've been having a lot of other Zooms because I've got a couple other ideas for stuff, but I've been busy. And then I decided to buy a new house, I guess a month and a half ago. And I wasn't looking, but my real estate agent, this story, was you trust me, you want to come see this house. So I went and looked at this house. And I completely fell in love with it. And it was a big decision for me because my current house right now, I love so much. And I've made this house exactly how I want it. I did a lot of work to the house. I added on to the house. I did a lot. But this new house is so incredible that I just decided to buy it. But that's been stressful for me. All the shit with buying a house, the actual buying of the house, but then like getting this house ready to sell. And by the way, having to show a house, because I've had a lot of showings, when your kids are home from school.
Oh my God.
It has made me want to rip my fucking hair
Well, and
out.
also just you in particular, because you guys have such a lived-in house. Like, I feel like you can always feel that there's a lot of people in this house. Like,
by the way, Jackson's door says "I hate you."
There's like always like a booby trap set up. So where like Sailor has a whole room full of like a Lego museum. Like it's like a very lived-in house.
Literally, like this is what we're rolling with.
Like you go into some people's houses and it always looks staged like throughout the year. Your house never does. Like even on, like the most important holiday I come in and it's like just like chaos going on. But always like clean chaos and it looks nice, but it's definitely a lived-in home.
Right. So I'm like, you guys, we have another showing tomorrow. Like just keep your rooms clean. Like just always keep them clean. There's like shit everywhere, dishes everywhere. So that's been really stressful. Any parent who's ever shown a house, I'm sure can appreciate that.
Do you have any weirdness about having a bunch of strangers come into your house?
100% I do.
That would make me feel so
100%.
uncomfortable.
And like I think about all my personal photos and stuff. Jackson was so funny. He's like, I put away all the pictures in my room. I was like, good job, buddy. But which I haven't done. I've left them out. And
I mean, I know it's such a normal thing, obviously, to show your house when you're selling it. But like the idea of people just like walking through all, like I'm weird about that. I'm very like particular about like my home.
I'm not.
So
a
I can't
fan
imagine
of it.
that. Like
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
You have to be pre-approved to come in. It can't just be like any random person. Like
oh really?
You have to have the funds for it.
Oh, so this is like a private club.
Yeah.
Sweet.
VIP only.
Membership. You're screening everything.
I personally am. I'm like, I don't like the way they look. Can't come in. No, but that's been kind of stressful. But now, like I said, so going to the treehouse kicked off my vacation mode. We have a big trip coming
Wait, but let's talk about the house for a second. Okay, so when you went and looked at this new house, you fell in love with it or whatever. Is there, and you can say fuck off, Justin, I don't feel like talking about this right now, but is there a part of this house that reminds you of like going through the divorce or like, do you want like a whole fresh start somewhere?
Okay, yeah. So I have said this to a few people. It's interesting because this house was so meaningful to me when I bought it, and it still is because for so many reasons. But this is the house that I healed in, and
100%.
In a way, yeah, this is like my divorce house, and this house will always be so special to me. But there is something about completely starting over and having a fresh start now. I do feel like I'm in a completely different place in my life than I was 4 years ago, obviously. But I think having that complete fresh start is going to be really nice for me.
Oh, I love it. I mean, it makes sense to me. I actually haven't asked you that before. I wasn't just asking that for the podcast, but it just kind of dawned on me that it is. But also the other thing is like when you moved in here, this house is fabulous and it's so you.
Yeah.
But you've always wanted this particular type of house that you're moving to, like the layout of the house, you know. And I think about, and we talked about this, is like as your kids get older and you're so invested in your kids' life and you want your kids to be so comfortable, like the layout of this house is so set up for like teenagers, you know, because of the way that it's like spaced out. Like
the new house.
Yeah. This house now that you're in is very like homey. Everything's kind of like around each other, which is great for young kids, I think.
Yeah.
But you're moving into a house that's kind of like the next level of life. And your kids are so home with you all the time. And you guys very much are like a homebody family that I think this new house just has that feel that you wanted.
It does. And the new house, because like I like being the house that all of the kids are at, right? Like they always have their friends over. Like we'll have, a ton of friends spend the night, and it's like there's just a lot going on. So the new house also is very good for entertaining, and especially a bunch of kids. And there's a barn there, and I want to turn it into like I'm actually going to surprise my kids with this, so I can't let them know this, but a basketball court, and then do like a bunch of games and stuff in there too. I know. I think that'll be Christmas gift.
This new house is so sickening.
I'm excited.
It's so
really
you
excited.
And it's so perfect for you. And I've already told you, but I'm so proud of you. Like, it's just incredible. I mean, doing that all on your own. Well, and then the media started talking about it. People started talking shit about it. And like, I even got DMs. And by the way, if you're listening and you follow me on Instagram, I appreciate you guys. And I love to chat in the DMs, but like, please don't send me our articles about Kristen. Be like, what do you think? Like, I'm going to be in the DMs being like, what's that bitch thinking? I don't know what she's doing. And I'm joking.
She's
like,
fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think people just kind of want to get the inside dish or whatever. But it's like all that crap that they write about online, like, first of all, triggers me already. So please don't send it to me.
Let's chat about ritual. If you guys have listened to this podcast, then you know I had quite a few dating stories this past fall where I probably should have trusted my gut, but I didn't. And yeah, while probiotics can't necessarily help with your gut decisions, but if your gut needs a little support, Ritual has your back. They made a 3-in-1 supplement with clinically studied prebiotics, probiotics, and a postbiotic to support a balanced gut microbiome. Did you guys know that daily disturbances like poor diets, stress, travel, the use of certain medications, and plenty of other factors can throw off your gut microbiome? Enter Ritual. They created a 3-in-1 supplement, including clinically studied prebiotics, probiotics, and a postbiotic to support the relief of mild and occasional bloating, gas, and diarrhea. You guys have definitely heard me say before that I love Ritual. I love a probiotic. I choose Ritual because I just feel great when I take their Symbiotic Plus. I like taking my probiotic every morning. It's the first thing I do because then it's one less thing I need to worry about. And I feel like it just kind of sets the tone for the day, makes me feel really good. My stomach is never bloated. I honestly feel like lately too, I've been tolerating foods that in the last few years I haven't normally been able to. I think when you get your gut in balance, you're able to kind of add some of this stuff back in. So I'm really excited about that. So guys, listen, there's no shame in your gut game. Symbiotic Plus and Ritual are here to celebrate, not hide your insides. Get 25% off your first month for a limited time at ritual.com/behonest. Start Ritual or add Symbiotic Plus to your subscription today. That's ritual.com/behonest for 25% off. All right. We all know and love the water brand Smartwater. We've all seen it for years and years. I've loved it for years. It's a brand that I know and love and trust. I just went on a road trip. I will say not too far, but it was East Tennessee. So, 4 hours there, 4 hours back, and stopped at a few different gas stations. And I always could find my Smartwater, which made me really happy. It's my go-to water on the move because I've just been drinking it for years. It has that really pure, crisp, refreshing taste, which we all love. It's easy to fit in the cup holders in the car. You can always count on finding it, which is huge. Even when I travel and I'm at the airports, every airport has them. You guys, they honestly are my favorite accessory because I'm always carrying a water bottle, and Smartwater makes that really easy for me. In a world filled with overthinking, they're providing a refreshing change of pace, a moment of clarity with a simple choice of hydrating with Smartwater. Another thing I love is that it's vapor distilled through a process inspired by the clouds, and Smartwater has added electrolytes for taste. And you guys know that I love electrolytes. I use them every single day, so I'm not messing around when it comes to my water too. The fact that Smartwater puts them in for me, appreciate it. Thank you so much, Smartwater. So you guys, listen, life is full of choices. Smartwater is a simple one. Visit drinksmartwater.com to learn more.
But people were trying to talk shit online about you.
So here's my issue with it, okay? So 4 years ago when I bought this house, the media said that my ex-husband bought me a $5.5 million house, okay? Which wasn't fucking true.
That drove you crazy for good reason. For good reason.
I did this all on my own, and I'm proud of
it.
People act like I haven't fucking worked in entertainment since I was 17 years old, and like I've never made my own money.
Which is the craziest thing to me because you're very good at making money and you're very smart. But like anyone listening, like imagine how annoying that would be to like have a huge accomplishment in your life and be so proud of getting something on your own, and then having the media just like downplay it all the time.
Completely.
Okay, but keep saying what you're saying because I think this is interesting.
So now, 4 years later, when I'm selling this house, now all of a sudden I only paid $3 million for it?
So they talked all this shit saying Jay bought her a $5.5 million house after their divorce. Kristen bought the $5.5 million house. Mm-hmm. Now, years later, she's selling. It's like basically trying to say how crazy is Kristen for trying to sell a house she bought for $3 million for $11 million now.
You're right.
And by the way, it's like that's what the prices are here.
Well, here's my thing is that
we sound so stupid, but this is true. It's like it's annoying.
It's annoying because I feel like the press is always against me, and I know it's not just me. I know it's everybody.
It's
but
women.
Like,
they're against women.
It's women. Why can't? By the way, it's public record. Like that's my thing. Is like you guys want to throw out numbers? Well, then do some fucking fact checking.
Right.
Because 4 years ago you guys wrote it was 5.5, but now you're gonna say it's 3. That to me, like it just doesn't make any sense.
To make the article more shocking, right?
Well, right, because I'm asking for a lot of money, but also like in the last 4 years. Nashville, but particularly where I am out in Franklin, Tennessee, the real estate has doubled. I put a lot of money into this house. I did a lot of work to it. And I didn't come up with that number and pull it out of my ass. Like, this is how much I want for my house.
That's the thing that's
I did it with my real estate agent. Like
you were like, this sounds like a good number. I want this.
Yeah, like, what? I'm just making shit up over here.
Even our house is doubled and more. We're getting offers for double and more what we paid for it, and we have done nothing to our house. Like, Nashville is crazy. I think it's kind of like at where it's going to be for a while, but there was a huge boom. And the difference is it's like there's only so much land. Like, even in my neighborhood, because I'm obsessed with real estate and I like check everything every single day, nothing in my area ever comes up. So it's like everything is selling really fast in certain pockets in Nashville. And out here, there's no more land. So if you want to live in this area, you're going to pay top dollar.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm on 28 acres too. Like, this is a lot of land for where I'm at. There's so many great things about this house. I mean,
people are going to lose their mind when they see the new house.
Well, they'll never see it because only online is the price of the land. It was before there was ever a house on it. So no one will ever know.
Oh.
Sneaky.
I'm going to tell them. I'm going to leak it. TMZ. Hi, TMZ. It's me.
Hi, TMZ.
I have some insider info.
They'll be like, that's not true.
Yeah, they would never write about the good. I'd have to say something really mean.
Yeah, they wouldn't want me to win. You want to know what's funny is because now obviously this address is out there because, TMZ decided to run it. I got a letter in the mail the other day from a woman just basically talking about the Bible and sending me Bible quotes and stuff. I was like,
oh, cute.
Yeah, but I was also like, what are you saying? Like, what? So I'm starting to get some creepy mail. So go ahead and send me some shit, guys.
Now's the time to pen
yeah,
pal.
right now you can do it before I move here in a couple months.
Fan mail needed.
Okay, so anyway, so that's the house situation. But so I don't have an assistant anymore. I don't have a nanny. I don't have any help. And so it's summertime. My kids got out of school at the end of May. And I'm still...
You need to get help.
I know. I know.
Like, you actually need to. And I know you, like, really enjoy doing all of this stuff by yourself. This is, like, one of our things we always talk about.
Well, I do, but I don't. I mean...
No, I think that you do, though.
Well, there's a part... So you know what it is?
You don't want to sit still or something.
I don't like being bored. I don't just sit around and watch TV. Like, that, for me, is not fun. I'd rather be doing stuff. But also, my whole life, I've always had to do everything myself. And I don't know how to ask for help. And I know, obviously, like, pain.
Oh, my God. Is that your love language, actually?
What? Acts of service?
Yes. Because, that's mine. And you always say that yours is words of affirmation. But I don't actually think that is yours.
Oh, my God.
I bet you are acts of service and you don't even know it. You probably secretly do want people to help you a little bit. Not help you.
No, I do.
No, I think that you actually do. And I think that, like, that... people,
but I don't want to ask for it.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be people like helping you in your life. It could be people just actually showing up and making you feel safe and taken care of, and like they don't want anything from it.
Whoa, maybe
I'm so acts of service, and Scoot is so good with that. And it's the first time ever in my entire life. Like, that's why Scoot and I are so in love, is like the balance of it. And I never knew that was what I needed, was somebody who could just like step in and help me.
Well, I'm like trying to think, because you know what, actually with Mark, he's so good at telling me, right, that he loves me and like all the things, because I told him that my love language is words of affirmation. But when he does shit that helps me out, I am like, oh my God. So
Kristen, I'm telling you, I swear that has to be what you are. Because I've never actually believed that you were words of affirmation.
Really?
Because you like your whole, not that this matters, but like you've always gotten like, you are incredible. And people have always told you like you are like, you're just an outstanding person.
People always tell me how good I am.
But I actually think your secret thing is like help. And I even know like as your friend, I'll try to help you with things. And like, you're like, I can do it on my own. Or, like, I've got it. And it's like, Kristen, I know you do, but like, I would like to help with that. Or let me show up for that kind of stuff.
Oh my God, I wonder.
But you trying to do this whole move on your own is first of all embarrassing. Like, it's really weird. When I like called you the other day and you're like, I've been on the phone all morning. Like,
with
you're like
Tennessee, with Tennessee,
like you're setting up your electrical bills and stuff. Like, I can't even do that kind of stuff. Like, you have to have somebody help you with that. Oh my God, this is not relatable and people are going to be mad at home. But what I'm saying is like, because you are doing a podcast, Uncommon James, Uncommon Beauty, like all
3 kids,
all of that stuff. You just do too much, I think.
I do too much. But I think it was like the closing of my new house was really stressful, right? And
like, are you going to get movers?
Yeah. No, I'm doing it all myself.
With a wheelbarrow?
Just me.
I could see it though. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I was kind of joking, but I could see you being like, okay, you guys, Sunday and Monday is moving day. You're doing it with your 3 kids.
No, honestly, I know. Well, I am trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff because I don't want to move stuff that we don't need. So I am.
Can you please talk about the fact that you're on whatever? Talk about that website
okay.
that you just told me about because it's so funny to me.
Wait, this is the best. Okay. If you guys know the website, or it's an app, Nextdoor. So it's all for like the people in your community. And I am on Nextdoor selling shit under a different name, but it's so fun and so addicting. My shit moves, man, because I have competitive pricing. I know what to say. I know what to do. I am fucking slinging shit left and right. And now I have a really trusted community because I'm such a top seller.
But you were showing me these messages between these people, and you're like wheeling and dealing, and you're like talking prices and stuff. I'm like, do they know who they're talking to?
No,
I
I know, but because I'm under a different name. And then this one woman came and she bought some vases. She bought a chair for her daughter's room. So she sends me a picture of her cat on the chair. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Like, we're like doing this.
Oh, you're buddies now.
We're best friends.
I love that.
We're best friends. And like, I'll sometimes have my kids go out and meet them. I'm like, go.
You know what though? I'm super proud of you, girl, for doing that. Like, you're making money off of your old thing.
And honestly, I'm like, just get it out of my hair. I'm like, you're paying me to take it off my hands. Thank you. You know?
Oh my God.
I know. So like Jackson the other day went out and met someone, and he was like, I was like, I'm not going out, buddy. Like, just you go out and do it. And he was like, hang on, let me go ask Nancy. He's like, hey Nancy. Dying. I'm like, you guys, I'm not making my kids do this. Like, Jackson thinks it's so funny. And actually, Mark's been there for a few too.
So you're selling actual things?
Oh my God, I'm getting real.
Like couches or like big pieces of furniture?
I'm not doing the big stuff yet because I have all these showings, but like I will be selling this dining room set that we're sitting in. So if anyone wants it, let me know.
By the way, though, that's such a great way for people to get nice things.
I know. Because you get such a good deal.
Oh, yeah. And it's like this stuff, because you're not going to sell it for retail.
No.
But I even think about, like, I wanted to switch out our dining room table, and we bought it for, like, it was so expensive. Yeah. And I hate this dining room table. Just for me, it doesn't fit our life anymore or whatever. But yeah, if I sold it, people would get it for so cheap.
I'm telling you, go on Nextdoor. I told you, like, you should be setting up an account, do it under a different name. It's addicting. I'm like, what else can I sell?
Oh,
going through my house.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, because I'm moving shit.
Scoot comes home and our house is empty.
Also, people love like a bargain. Like if they get like multiple things, they want a discount. I'm like, sure.
I love people like that because I've never been like that, and it's so
like thrifty.
Yeah, I know. And it's so smart to be thrifty. Obviously,
I'm selling like restoration hardware shit for like dirt cheap.
Yeah,
I mean literally.
Well, and this stuff is not worn in.
No,
like when I talk about our dining room table, we have sat at it twice.
I think I've sat there.
Yeah, you sat there the one time when we did our Uncommon James dinner, and you told Malia, "Oh my God, that night! I wish we could share that night story."
In the height of COVID,
Kristen and my sister were basically sleeping with the same guy. They didn't realize it.
It's true.
That was one of the worst nights of my life.
I mean, should we just tell it?
You guys, so my 2 closest women in my life are my sister Malia and Kristen. Like, I am so close with the 2 of them. But obviously it's different because, like, when one's your best friend, one's a sibling, right? This was a weird situation where, like, I kind of had to keep a secret, but also it wasn't my secret to tell. I was being loyal to the 2 girls in my life.
Yeah.
And when that came out, and I swear, you acted like we had fucking, like, cameras up or something. I'm like, are you really doing this right now?
What did I do?
You just blurted it out like it was, like, nothing. Like, there was a camera crew set up.
But I didn't know that Malia was sleeping with him. I thought they were done because that's...
Well, I did too.
Right.
So that's the thing that was weird is my sister... So this was before... My sister is obviously married, has kids now. Everything has changed. And
I'm obviously in a relationship too.
Yeah, this was like 3 years ago. It was like
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
This was the first person I dated after my divorce.
After your divorce. And it was someone who randomly my sister had also hooked up with. But she told me it was done a long time ago.
Yeah.
Then you being my best friend and being private, just because you're a private person, all of a sudden started hooking up with this guy. And I was like, oh my God, this is too freaking weird. But like, I can't tell my sister because it's your secret, right? Little did I know that my sister was still hooking up with him, but she wasn't telling me because I had told her to break it off.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing in the world.
Yeah, it was very bizarre.
And you and Malia aren't, I mean, you're friendly, but you're not friends like that. So it wasn't like either of you had something that you were doing against each other. And it's so weird because we live here in Nashville and
it was someone in LA.
It was someone in LA. That was the weirdest night ever.
I felt so bad. Because also like, I didn't really have any skin in the game. Like he was the first person. I think I had only hung out with him like once or twice. And it was the first person after my divorce. It wasn't like wasn't like in love with him or anything. But Malia had been like on and off with him for years.
For years. And I had really thought that it was done. And it was one of those people that like she had hooked up with and then it was like done. Like we hadn't talked about it in so long. But when that happened, I mean, I like ran to my bedroom.
Well, I know. Well, because you were in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God.
It was so funny. I mean, now it's something that we can all like laugh about.
And then, by the way, I dated him for like 5.5 months. After all that, still hung out with him.
Yeah. I love him. By the
No,
way.
he's great. I love him too. But yeah, I was like, oh no, that's all. It's fine. It's all good.
That was the weirdest night. How did we even get onto that? Oh, because the night that we sat at the table. Okay,
right.
yeah.
So your dining room table has
that
some
needs
shit.
to be sold.
Oh yeah, we gotta sell that thing. Let's talk about game time, you guys. I personally love going to concerts, especially in the summertime. I'm actually going to the Zach Bryan concert this weekend, so I'm really looking forward to that. But I don't know, there's just something about live music that really gets me going. I've never had a bad time at a concert, and some of my favorite memories over the years are at different concerts. That's why I love Game Time so much, because they make getting tickets for concerts and events faster and easier, even if you don't buy tickets right away. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to show start time. With killer last minute deals, all in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying concert tickets. I personally love their app. You guys, you can browse through the Game Time app and you can look at all of the upcoming concerts or just other high profile events that they have. And it's not just your hometown. I mean, of course, I'm looking at Nashville, but I'm also looking at Chicago. Like I'm going to go see Kygo in September, I think, in Chicago. So it just makes it really easy. And I love having everything in one place. Another feature that I love on their app is their last minute tickets, flash deals, and zone deals. So if you're like me and, you can't necessarily plan ahead all the time, but you do have that last minute, like, oh my God, shoot, Beyonce is playing tomorrow night. I wonder if I could go see her. Maybe not Beyonce, but you get what I'm saying. You can go to their last minute tickets and you usually get really good deals. Take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code HONEST for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code HONEST for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. I am so excited to talk to you guys about the brand Our Place. If you don't know them, you need to know them. This one's for all of my cookers, my kitchen lovers out there. I am such a fan of them because I'm sure you guys have heard over the years that Teflon and forever chemicals are so horrible for you. And they're in so much of our cookware and just kitchenware in general and appliances. So that's why I love Our Place so much, you guys. They have non-toxic, healthy, sustainable choices. And they're just really pretty. And you're going to love having them on your counter as well. I actually just got a huge, well, it's their large, but to me, it's huge saute pan. And you guys, I have been cooking up a storm with this thing. Honestly, I'm not kidding when I say that this pan has changed my life, because when you're a family of 4, even just searing steaks for me, I would have to do it in batches. But now with my huge saute pan last night, I could sear 5 steaks at once on it, which made me so happy. So this pan is my new go-to. And for me, just having peace of mind that there's no PFAS in them makes me so happy. I don't want any of these crazy chemicals in our food. And like I said, these kitchen appliances are beautifully designed. You're going to want to leave them out on your stovetop or your counter. I also just got their pressure cooker, which I haven't used yet, but they sent it with a booklet of recipes that I've been browsing. So I'm kind of eyeing what I want to make, and I cannot wait to use this. And that's an area too where other brands use a ton of forever chemicals. So again, just knowing that you can trust Our Place and that they're giving you great quality, healthy products makes me so happy. I will be singing this brand from the rooftops. Trust me, you guys, you're going to want to check them out. So go to FromOurPlace.com and enter my code HONEST at checkout to receive 10% off site-wide. That's FromOurPlace.com, code HONEST. Our Place offers a 100-day trial with free shipping and returns. All right, let's talk about Quince. Why do I always feel like in a whole closet of clothes, I never have anything to wear, or if I do, everything's kind of worn out, or I honestly just can't put an outfit together? But I discovered Quince. You guys, it's my go-to for high-quality vacation essentials that I'll be packing for trips to come. They have things like premium European linen dresses, blouses, and shorts from $30, washable silk tops, premium luggage options, and just so much more. And the best part, all Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. By partnering directly with top factories, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to us. Thank you, Quince. And Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. I love that. I am going on a ton of beach trips this summer, which I'm very excited about. But I want easy, versatile dresses that are going to be able to go from Mexico to Greece to the Bahamas. And so that's why Quince has been my go-to, because they have the best options. I just got a ton of little dresses that are going to be coming with me on every trip, and I cannot wait to wear them. And what I love is that, the quality is going to be good, and also the prices are really hard to beat. So you guys, you should also be packing your bags with high quality essentials from Quince. Go to quince.com/honest for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/honest to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/honest. So I'm so happy that it's summer and we have a really fun trip coming up. We're going to Greece, you, me, Scoot, and Mark.
This is our first trip together, the four of us.
Because the three of us are so good at traveling together. We've been doing it for 4 years.
We've been all over the world together,
Literally.
the three of us. And it's really like the best combination. We've talked about this a million times. But now we're adding in Mark. I'm not nervous, like at all.
I'm not either. I think it's actually going to be perfect. Because it'll be nice for me then to have someone.
What if I get jealous?
You might.
Because I like coming to your room first thing in the
I
morning.
know.
I want to lay in your bed after dinner and laugh with you.
You still could.
No, it's going to be weird. I mean,
Mark. I know, it's different. Mark, he obviously
we're going to have to do this thing and somehow I want Mark to always be cool with me, bro. I'm not.
He will be.
He will, right?
Yes, and he loves
I
you
feel like
so
any
much.
no, and I know he does love me and everything like that. But I feel like it's just interesting because you and I are so close, and I can feel a thing happen with guys that you date, and I'm like, I want to set the guy aside and be like, first of all, I'm gay, right? 100% gay. And I will be your biggest cheerleader in the world. All I want is for you to be, and I'm actually more nervous that you're gonna get mad that I'm gonna get too close to a guy or whatever. But sometimes I do feel like these guys, well, it's the insecure guys, when they maybe get a little jealous of our friendship.
Right. And that's why Mark hasn't had any jealousy whatsoever.
No, he wouldn't need to.
No. So I think it's gonna be great. And every time we've hung out, the four of us, it's so easy. It's so fun.
Scoot is so excited. We're not nervous at all. I think the four of us are going to be such a good combination.
It's going to be perfect. Well, we've said it too, but Scoot and Mark have so many similarities that it's just going to be easy.
It's just them sitting watching the Kristen and Justin show.
I mean, literally.
The other night we went to dinner, the four of us, and when we left that restaurant, I didn't realize how we went to this dinner. And it was just the four of us, and they sat us right in the middle of this small restaurant, right? The four of us the two of us got to the most heated conversation ever. And Chris and I are screaming back and forth, mad at each other.
Tell them what it was about.
This is so embarrassing. It was about Britney Spears versus Tate. What's her name?
Mcrae.
Well, yeah, I don't even know her last name. That's how not famous she is. No, she's fabulous. But Scoot and Mark are obviously younger than the two of us, and they were talking about how fabulous this new artist Tate Mcrae is, and we were like, she's no Britney Spears. And they're like, oh no, she's going to be the next Britney Spears. You and I lost our mind.
You can't come for Britney. Here's the thing, okay?
You can't recreate Britney. There will never be another Britney Spears.
Never. And so what we actually ended up figuring out was, Scoot and Mark's age demographic. They know Britney post shaving head Britney. We're before all of that, when you just saw her at the VMAs doing Oops, I Did It Again, you were like, holy fuck, this is the hottest woman on the planet. We're we didn't know it was coming down the pike, But they know her as Crazy Britney.
And you said that to me after that dinner, and it made so much sense to me because when Scoot and I first met, I was rambling about Britney Spears because I love her so much. And he's like, I don't get it. I was like, what? And then so he did. He was because he saw her at that particular time, after shaving the head and all that kind of stuff. And so I made him sit on the couch and I showed him 30 YouTube videos. And then he was a diehard fan.
See, I tried to do that with Mark. He was she looks trashy. I was like, I can't, I'm done. I can't.
No, I feel like he's fucking with you. There's no way.
No, he was pretty serious. You know what else too? Like, here's the thing is, and we were talking about this, it's a different world where back in like the early 2000s, women, how do I say this? Like, there weren't as many pretty people because there weren't as many options to make yourself prettier, right? It was before Botox and filler and like all these things that we can do now. And so a pretty person like Britney Spears, you're like, holy shit, because you don't see someone like that every day. Where now, I also think like
social media too. You see gorgeous women all day long on social media.
And half that shit's fake because they're using apps and stuff. But like, I think our perception of who is pretty is so distorted now because you're bombarded with pretty people on a daily basis.
Well, the thing that was so special about Britney at the time is like, you could tell there was like this innocence to her and like that smile that could like light up a room. But then she also kind of had that like sexiness about her. Britney was unbelievable. I've never worked on Britney Spears, but I've always heard like people say like when you're with her, like, and she looks you like she just has that like insane star quality. Like, I just don't think that'll ever be created again. When you look at like Britney videos, like the way she like connects with the camera,
it's
like,
insane. She's amazing. You can't top Britney.
But then the thing with the Tate girl, I don't know if anyone listening knows who Tate is. Apparently she's huge now.
She is. And I mean, listen, I think she's a really talented musician. You know, she writes all of her own music, but like,
oh, she does.
She does.
That's impressive.
Right. And so, but like,
that's what people care about now more too.
And I totally get that. Yeah. But my thing is like, if you're just going to compare apples to apples, like Britney to Tate, like you can't compare anyone to Britney.
You also don't need to. I'm not, this is like a funny conversation for us. Like we were having fun with the conversation, but like, I also really do hate when people like compare women because there's a lane for everyone, right? Yeah. But the thing is like they're already, I guess there was like an article that just came out comparing the two of them, and they just did like a fake interview where they acted like Britney interviewed Tate, and everyone was like, Britney didn't show up, by the way. Like,
that's so dumb.
Yeah, so they are comparing these women already, but I think that they are totally completely different. Well, but it was just funny, like our conversation, like how heated it got.
But it's like the age groups, like the older two are like Britney for life, and like the young two are like, we like Tate. We're like,
but when we like signed the bill and we were walking out, I think I was walking out behind all of us, and I was like looking around the restaurant. Kristen, it was silent. Like they all were listening to how ridiculous we were.
But we shut the place down. It was like the wait staff was like, thank God they're leaving. Also, remember we tried to order espresso martinis and they didn't have any?
Oh, really?
They were like, the bars, like they're trying to like kick us out.
Oh my God. See, I thought everyone loved us there. I thought they wanted us to stay. No. I was like saying bye to everyone as we were walking out. I thought they wanted us. Yeah. Straight hot. Thank you for having us. They're like, get the fuck out of here. Wait, where did we go before? Oh, we went to Hall's before that.
Oh, yeah. And we had a martini, and that one martini knocked me on my ass. Like I was hammered when we went to dinner from one martini.
Are you losing your tolerance?
I think so.
What's going on?
I don't know, but also I had like 3 beers yesterday, and I was also hammered.
Solid, bro.
I know, it's kind of nice.
Threw back 3 beer skis. Sick, bro. I was hanging out with the guys. She's like one of the dudes now. I did a keg stand yesterday at the Treehouse Resort. You're just doing keg stands. I could see it.
By the way, though, I was like trying to drink tequila and it just wasn't going down, so I had to drink beer.
Are you not into tequila right now?
I don't know. I tried to have a glass of champagne. I didn't like it. I had a glass of red wine, but also like nothing was.
Wait, you want to know what's so weird? I don't like alcohol right now.
Same with me.
I can't, like, I'm not drinking like a lot. Like I'm just really taking long breaks or whatever. But every time I go to drink, like I don't want anything.
That's what happened to me this whole weekend. Mark actually too. We both were like, nothing is sounding good.
There's got to be something in the air because, you know, there's whole talk about like fake sober happening. Like people are like really giving up alcohol or whatever. Yeah. Like there's got to be something in the air because like I don't even want to drink. Like it just sounds gross to me.
I agree. But like I would also like to have a little buzz.
I like beer.
You know what I mean? Beer did taste good.
I want beer all the time.
I do like the buzz from beer too.
It's such a good buzz.
Yeah, it's like a bubbly, fun buzz. We were playing, it was so fun. We played chess, we played Scrabble, we were like playing all the old school games. It was so fun.
Do you win or him?
I fucking won everything.
Because I knew it too, by the way. That's why you had a good time.
I know, I loved it. He's like, I'm never playing with you ever again.
You are so competitive, huh?
I'm so competitive. Also,
we cannot play a game together.
No. Well, I would win.
No, I'm afraid our friendship would end.
I want to play chess with you, actually.
But if you think about it, Kristen, like we've never played a game together. Like I know better.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It would not end well. Well, so Mark, when we first started playing chess, I fucked up a couple things and he was getting all my players. I was like, all right, fucking get your shit together, Kristen. And then I fucking dominated.
Really?
And I was like, you thought you were going to fucking school me, didn't you? He was like, yeah, I honestly did. Well, my kids are here, so On that note.
Story of our friendship.
Well, Sailor's sitting right here, so we can only say so much. Hi, Poozy.
Stop looking at me, Sailor. She's pretending to be on the computer.
But really, she's just...
What are you doing? Your finances? Next year's budget? School budget?
School budget. Well, I hope everyone's having a great summer.
That's so embarrassing. I hope you're having a great summer. Stay cool out there. Hydrate. Oh my God.
You take us out of here, Justin.
All right. Well, it's been a really great time. You know, we're just here to share stories, try to make you chuckle a little bit. We're going to have a great summer. We will be sharing it with you. I keep telling Chris that I was like, because I love this so much. But I was like, we need to start doing this stuff like in real time and keep people like updated. Because it's so fun to just like shoot the shit.
No, I know. So
and then this is like our video diary for like 10 years from now.
Yeah, exactly. We'll always have something to look back on. What are you doing before Greece? Do you guys have any plans?
Oh, thank you for asking. That's so sweet of you. Considering this is the Kristen Cavallari podcast.
Let's be honest, with Kristen Cavallari.
Yeah. No, we are. We're doing like we're doing a trip to California and then getting ready for Greece. I've just like, so I like really took winter seriously and like I got a little bit cushiony. I put like a little weight on, but like it was good and I enjoyed it. Yeah. And thank God Scoot likes it, you know. Yeah. But so I'm just like really trying to pull the diet together.
What are you going to do pre-Greece? Like what is your plan? Are you going to do chroma or anything?
No, I'm going to do the hot yoga every day, lift weights.
Okay.
And then
double, like 2 workouts a day.
2 workouts a day.
For how long are you going to do that for?
Like about 2 weeks before.
Okay.
And then we just like really clean up the diet. Like I don't do any of that like counting calories or I don't restrict certain foods. We just like really clean everything up.
Yeah.
And then kind of get ready. But I don't like to start too early. I can pull it together pretty quick.
That's how I feel too.
I feel like there's like little tricks, and I'm always afraid to like talk about it like on social media or even here because it's like I can only imagine the comments of people being like, "You shouldn't do it that way. You should do it that way." But it's like you guys wish you could get my tricks because like I'm so good at it, and you are too. Like we know how to pull that stuff together. But if you talk about it, these people like lose their mind. Like this works for me. I don't care if it doesn't work for you. I want to talk about it out loud. Don't we want to be transparent?
I know. Eat a burger. I do eat fucking burgers.
I just feel like all my years around like all those girls in LA, like I learned everything.
What
like,
are your tricks?
I'm not sharing it with you.
I'm all about a good enema before you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it flattens your tummy. I mean, it's not going to get rid of fat, but it's going to flatten your tummy. But do you think
that's only makes sense if like, because I like poop everything out. Like I do not want to talk about pooping on this podcast ever again. But that's like not an issue for me. So is it like...
It's not for me either, but it just like, no matter who you are or how many times you go to the bathroom, you still like hold on to some stuff.
Oh, okay. I need to start doing that again. Mm-hmm. You sent me to your girl and I loved her, by the way. She's the funniest lady.
That's for a colonic. I haven't actually gotten a colonic in forever. I just do
so the coffee enemas.
Which
I need to start doing that again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do them periodically.
Okay.
Also, yeah, I mean, obviously it's like not drinking alcohol for a couple weeks before. I think that's huge. And yeah, just eating super clean. I'm debating doing chroma before, which is a 5-day detox that we get. You guys should look it up because it's actually the only one that I like because you can still eat on it.
That is the only one that I can like do.
Because you still eat. It's just really
And
clean.
By the way, like I enjoy it. Like I could kind of live on chroma.
Same.
Like it's so enjoyable. Like,
but I like having something to follow. You know what I mean?
I love having something to follow.
Yeah.
Like my dream would be to have somebody like be a chef. Like I want to be Chris Hemsworth. I want someone to like cook my every meal and be like, Justin, eat this now. Thank you. Eat this now. Thank you. Like come in this room. We're going to sweat in here. Like go lay on that. We're going to massage out your calves. Like that is my literal dream. Be so good.
I know.
But we follow that in our own life. We're really good at that stuff.
We're very good. I will say like we can have fun. We can let loose and we can like, not cheat. I hate the word cheat, but we can like have fun with food and all of that stuff. But then we know how to pull it in.
Oh, we enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, we do. We
I also could never live a life like that. Like I need to enjoy. I love food so much. That's our favorite thing. Is like when we travel, it's like every meal is planned out and we enjoy every single meal or whatever.
We really do. Remember when I was eating the same amount of food as you a couple years ago? I was like, okay, I can't. What am I doing?
Also, that was like the best period of my life. It was so like we've never laughed so hard. The night that we were dipping French fries in butter. Wasn't it French fries in butter?
We were taking handfuls of French fries and dipping them in butter.
We were on like a romantic couples trip, the two of us, for like 5 days at like this place, and we were just like hammered, like drinking and like eating everything in sight. The last night we were there, I think because we realized we were going to go back to our normal life, like kind of eating healthier, we were dipping French fries in butter, and we were laughing so hard.
Taking handfuls of fries.
But by the way, you have to like get that out of your, not butter with French fries, but you have to like get the fun stuff out of your system, and then it's like just live your normal life.
But there was like a year period where, because we were traveling so much, I was eating literally the same amount of food as you. And you're like a 6'2" big man. I'm like 5'3", and like
she was matching my every meal. Even like after a workout, you like double smoothie sometimes. I mean, like, smoothie and a avocado toast. I'm like, whoa, bro, she's like literally putting down what I'm putting down, because we were spending so much time together too. Like we just thought it was normal.
I just was eating a lot.
I love when you got that little extra weight on you.
I was also 10 pounds heavier, so that was fun.
Oh my God, the picture. No, I can't.
No, I know. Sometimes Justin will send me pictures from that time period. I'm like, can we not? Like,
but it's so funny because you looked incredible. Your body looked incredible. But I
was also working out with a trainer 4 days a week. Like,
well, and you were
really
lifting heavy. You were lifting as heavy. We were working out together.
I was in a bodybuilding competition. Yeah, I was doing
matching my weight.
Workouts and eating the same amount of food. I said, well, that's crazy that happened.
This one picture of us in Nantucket is just my favorite picture.
Oh my God, I hate it.
It's so hot though. I mean, you can build some thighs. You got some athletic thighs.
I had a little juicy booty for the first time in my life. Honestly, if I could have kept my butt, but then like
your ass kind of still stayed though.
Because I've been working really hard on my butt.
That's good. Oh my God, this is so embarrassingly stupid what we're talking about right now. But this is basically what we talk about all the time.
This is our life.
You looked great. No, you looked great. It was fun. No, it was fun. We really are so positive. I was just thinking today, like, also one of the reasons why we get along so well is like we just like hype each other with the energy. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people like. I love having a friend like you that like matches my energy.
Yes.
Like we both like love life. We want to laugh at everything. Anything that's bad, we want to like laugh at and turn it into something positive. So like.
It's true.
Yeah.
I will say, like, when I did gain weight a couple of years ago, you were the sweetest. You were like, I love you like this.
I really did, though. And I still do. That's why, like, when I see those pictures, like, I, like, smile really big. Because I'm like, I remember how happy she was, too. Like, you were always just, like, jolly. You were jolly. A jolly little soldier, you know?
Because all my days were based around eating.
It was so fun, though. But I was, like, gassing you up. I'm like, no, girl, that looks so good.
No, literally. Oh, my God.
I'm like, wear a shorter dress.
Show those thunder thighs. Mark did say the other day, he was like, I would just like to have like a couple days with you like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like having
fun. That was
fun.
so juicy.
Yeah. Well, I feel like guys love that body.
Guys do.
Because by the way, you looked incredible. Like it just like.
No, yeah, I was thicker all around.
But I do think some guys like that.
Guys do. I think guys would rather have some meat on your bones than being super thin, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Can I tell you something? That's actually what Mark said about Britney's Oops, I Did It Again video performance. He was like, she's so skinny. Where I was like, what?
I love that for Britney.
I know.
You know what's so weird too? Like the way that things have shifted so much. Do you remember when Kelly Clarkson was on American Idol?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember everyone used to call her a big girl. Like they'd be like, oh, she's pretty for being a big girl. Yeah. Like people would say the most asshole-ish things about her. Go tonight, Kristen, and Google Kelly Clarkson on American Idol. Her body's completely normal.
Really?
She has the most normal body. And the fact that people back then used to call her the big girl.
See, I will say that's one good thing that has happened with this like body positivity shift where like super skinny is not in anymore.
Yeah. And I hope it never comes back because it's like just the pressure alone. And then it's just like, who wants to see all of the same type of body? Like, especially like in the Hollywood and the media. Like, I don't want to see just a ton of skinny girls. But it's so weird. Go look at Kelly Clarkson in her first audition. She has a completely normal body.
That's so unfair.
Like, and actually, I'd say she's little. Like, she's like her body was like little and tight.
Okay, I am gonna look it up. That's so.
The pressure of those years, though.
Yeah, you had to be thin, man. You had to be so thin, and that's so unrealistic for a lot of people. It's natural for a lot of people, but like the majority of people, it's not. So,
yeah.
Even like Britney Spears had a song that said like my body 4 years ago was unrealistic for me and all this shit. Like, it's not. It's too much.
Yeah, there's no way.
So I'm going to go eat.
Me too. I'm going to go with you.
Let's go into my kitchen. You guys should do the same.
Oh, my God.
Make a burger.
All right. Well, bye, guys.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye.